Hey up! New video, new day. Today we're off to some ruins which are just outside of Rotherham. It's taken me about 45 minutes to get here. I'm just walking up there now. I think it says it's about a 9-kilometre walk. However, I'm going to cut that short, I think, because the weather today is awful. It's very overcast and it's very windy, so I don't even know if you guys can hear me. But yeah, I've got some bacon and I've got some cobs. Yes, we call it cobs from where I'm from. So we'll go have a nice bacon cob, fry that up, have a look at the ruins. I'm hoping to get my drone up around the ruins. That'd be quite cool. Just weather depending, because it does look like it's going to absolutely chuck it down. I am out on my own today again. All of my friends have left me. No, everyone's busy. So yeah, nice solo little walk. Like I say, I don't know how much I'll be able to film today. It's not a huge walk, and it's an abbey that I'm going. I think it's an abbey anyway. I'll double check. But yeah, it should be nice. I'm not sure how much you guys are going to be able to hear me now. The wind has picked up a lot, and I think I've just felt a drop of rain. I'm hoping this packs it in, because I do want to get the drone up, because it will be good to see. And this wind is awful for filming. I've got my wind muffler. I think that's what it's called anyway. That sounds quite rude. To go over the camera to stop the wind. However, it's in my bag, and I really can't be bothered to get it out. So I'm just going to have to shout. Today, well, this trip started off very well because I found a car park with free parking. Now that never happens nowadays. Everyone is money greedy and wants to take my money for parking in a field. Right, I found a little part of the path where the wind isn't quite as bad. I'm in the process of looking for a new kind of like hiking bag, not a camping bag, just one for hiking. I have been looking at Osprey bags, but they're bloody expensive, aren't they? I don't know whether it's worth investing in one. I've got a Euro hike one at the moment. It was about £9 and it's not big enough. But I don't know if I want to go and spend 120 quid on a day rucksack. It would be useful, and I know they are very good pieces of kit. But yeah, so if anyone does have any recommendations on day sacks, pop them down below. It's getting to that time of year now where all of the fields are starting to turn brown because the farmers have harvested things and there's not much growing. Obviously, look at the difference here. Brown field that's all farmed, nice green field ready to be harvested. I don't know what they're growing. No, not a clue. Not a farmer, so why would I know? There is a nice little bench here with a lovely view of the fields, so I'm thinking if I don't find anywhere to cook my food at the abbey or ruins or whatever they are, might come back here, have a nice bacon cob with a view. Appears we've reached a fork in the paths. I best check whereabouts we're going. So I'm using all trails as everyone uses. Straight on. Let's go. Right, the coat's come off, sun's coming out, wind's done one, so I'm too hot. I must admit though, I much prefer walking through fields like this as opposed to the barren ones that I was walking through earlier on in the walk. With it being midweek and the weather not blistering hot, I am hoping there'll be no one at the ruins that I'm going to. I just don't like people. I get it, people want to come and see the ruins, but can they do it when I'm not here, please? I want to go and enjoy myself on my own and have a bit of a chill. Is that too much to ask for? Just met a lovely family. They've just been to the ruins and they've told me it's not very busy, there's only about 2 people there, so I'm hopeful. I've made it into a nice little woodland. Makes a change to the fields, and I must say it's rather nice. I've got to the part of the trail where if I'd have followed the actual route, that's where it'd have brought me. So yeah, I'm all right in navigation, I think. So we're going up here, across this tiny little bridge, and then I think it's not far to the ruins now, probably about another 15-20 minutes, and then I can have some grub because I am starving. So looking on the map, it appears there's going to be a little bit of a lake or a pond a couple hundred metres up here. So hopefully I can find it and we'll have a look. I do wish that I was skilled enough to fly my drone around here in the woods. Not a chance I'm trying it at the moment. I think maybe if one day I upgrade my drone to one with more sensors on it, then I'd bring it up in the woods, but the DJI Mini 3 only has bottom sensors, so I'd end up crashing it into a tree, let's be honest. I've only ever flown mine in the open, high up, so it's not happening today. Well, I found the little pond. I mean, it is a little pond, but it's lovely. Absolutely lovely. I can hear a bit of a waterfall. Let me turn you around and I'll show you. Look at that. It's only simple. But yeah. There's a lovely waterfall. I've got my first glimpse of the ruins and they look incredible from where I am. Look at this. I don't know if you can see them, but they're just there through the trees. Let's go have a look. Well, I've made it. I'm not sure how you actually get into the ruins. There are people walking around on them, so I'm going to have a walk around and see if I can get in. So it used to be Roche Abbey Valley. There's the sign if anyone wants to have a read. So I think I'm in one of the old entrances to the abbey. This is away from the rest of the ruins. But yeah, it's absolutely stunning. So you can see the abbey in the background over there. There's actually quite a bit left standing to what I thought they'd be. They are quite high towers and you've got all of the building layouts that are still here, which is really cool. So let's have a look around. So I'm actually inside one of the, I think it was one of the main towers when it was fully built, and it would have been high. I've had a good wander around and it's really interesting, to be fair. Thinking, what would this have been like in its prime? It would have been huge, and we just don't make things like this nowadays, do we? I mean, I'll do some research and find out how old this place is, but how were they building this all them years ago? So this is quite cool. I found a little sign that would have been telling you what the place is, and it says it's a monk's daughter over. I don't know what that means. Well, that was the ruins. I was very impressed by it, to be fair. I've had to come away to fly my drone because there's a lot of people there, and I know how people get around drones in public. But we'll get it up, even if it means just getting one shot. It's got to be worth it, hasn't it? Right, well, I've managed to get the drone up. Got some good shots. I only had it up for about 3-4 minutes. I don't want to run the risk of getting caught with it. Well, you can see the ruins in the background there. I'm off to find somewhere where I can cook my lunch. Just want somewhere out of the way. I don't think it's appropriate to do it on there where you've got loads of people that have just come to have a look around. So I think I might head back to that field, sit on one of them benches and have a lovely bacon cob. Right, it's James from the future. I've got home, I've just finished the hike. You'll see the rest of the video in a minute. I've just remembered that I didn't actually explain anything about the Abbey when it was built or anything like that, so I thought, I'm home, I've got some facts on my phone, so we'll go through them. So the Abbey was actually built in 1147. So the actual Abbey itself is located in Rotherham. It started off with 12 monks, and they were accompanied by 20 lay brothers, so they were responsible for the manual work at the Abbey. So I've actually managed to find a picture of what the Abbey would have looked like back in its heyday. This is a reconstruction. It doesn't look like what I expected it to. So the community in the Abbey peaked in the early 13th century, and that was with about 50 monks and 100 lay brothers. They worked on the farms and things like that in the area, and then they were all based in the actual Abbey. Then in the early 14th century, that's when it started to decline. There was a lot of raids by the Scots, and in the 1340s the Black Death struck the area and then wiped out most of the monks. And then in 1380 the number of monks had declined to only 15 and a single lay brother, which just highlights the dramatic fall. Ooh, my door's closing on myself. But anyway, that's enough facts. Back to the video. I've been having another ponder. I like to ponder. Do you like to ponder? I just can't get over how all them years ago they built something like that and it's still standing today, whereas the stuff we build nowadays, let's be honest, they're crap. There's no what do you call it, there's no like soul behind the buildings and personality there. There's no personality behind the buildings nowadays. It's all just boring. It's as if we're de-evolving as a species, because a couple hundred years ago the stuff we were building, my god, it's incredible. Like, look at some of the churches or some of the old houses that we've got, or like Chatsworth Hall and everything like that. Why don't we still build things like that? Like, we've got better tools and we should have a better skill because of all the learning that we've been doing. But no, instead we build soulless, lifeless buildings, which I don't like the look of. Just deciding where to have my lunch. I think I'm going up there, out of the way a little bit. I'm not happy. There was someone sat on the bench that I wanted to go and sit on, so I'm having to carry on along the path to the other bench, and if someone's on that bench, won't be happy. Well, I found where I'm having my lunch. This is the spot that I've chosen. Got a lovely view to enjoy, so let's get the cooking stuff out. Trusty stove stand, or gas stand, I think that's what you call it. It really is the best thing ever. I know I said it in one of my other videos, but I don't think I'll be able to set up properly without it anymore. It just clips into place like that. It is a bit fiddly to start with. Trusty flint and steel, and I just need to find my stove. And there's the stove. I've got my bacon. I don't think I'm going to use all of it. I think I might just have 2 cobs. Aldi's finest. Can't complain, can you? We're cooking with gas. And get the oil on. We are on a bit of a slope, so I'm hoping this will be okay. And we'll let that cook. Now, I don't know about you, but I like my bacon extra crispy, so it's going to take a little bit longer to cook than for most people, but it'll be worth it. Well, I think that's us cooked. I'll get my cob out. I've also bought a little bit of cheese with me. I know cheese and bacon doesn't normally go, but we'll give it a try. I mean, it's got to be nice, hasn't it? Sorry for the awkward angle, it's the only way that I can show you everything. Look at that. One thing you have to have when you have a bacon cob is some ketchup. I prefer brown sauce, but I didn't have any brown sauce, so I'm having to settle for ketchup. You cannot beat it. Cheers. Right, let me enjoy this. I'll be back in a minute. Me being me, I've gone and spilt ketchup down me. Don't know if you can see on the camera. Oh, of course you can. Look at that. One tip I always say is cleansing wipes. Chuck them in your bag. They don't weigh anything, and they're just great for wiping your mouth. And if you're a messy person like me, wiping any spilt sauce off yourself. Make sure you take it home though, because we don't want to be littering in nature, do we? We don't like them type of people. It wouldn't be an end to a day without a lovely cup of tea, would it? So we'll get the kettle on, we'll have a nice cuppa, and then I think we'll head home. We'll leave that boiling in the background. We'll open up my cup, and I keep everything in here. So you've got your tea bag and your powdered milk, and then always bring a spare. Right, I think we're bubbling. It looks like it's about to start raining, so let's have this cup of tea and get home. We'll leave that to brew, and whilst that's brewing we'll pack up, make sure I've got all of my rubbish. I mean, I've not got much rubbish, to be fair, it's all back in my cool bag. We use the hot water to clean the pan. Just leave that to soak for a little bit, and then I'll be able to carry it back. Let the kettle cool down before you put it in the bag, otherwise you'll burn a hole in your bag. Not a good idea. I will say though, this little cool bag was £2.99 from Lidl, and I cannot fault it. It's kept my food cold, perfect size for like a day trip, or even wild camping. I'll be taking it when I go camping next. Yeah, £2.99, you cannot complain. Well, I think that's been brewing long enough. It's been about 3 minutes, so we'll give it a nice stir. I've only got my spork that I use from bacon, but oh well. Now that is the perfect colour of tea. Whilst I'm just enjoying my cup of tea, I would like to say a big thank you to everyone that subscribed. I think we're on 126 subscribers now, which I'm very grateful for. I just hope that you carry on liking the videos. I do put a lot of effort into them. I know some people will take the mick for making YouTube videos, but I don't care. I enjoy doing it, and I hope you guys enjoy my journey and support me along the way. So if you do like this video, please leave a like, comment, and if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Only if you want to. Don't feel like there's any pressure to. I just enjoy doing what I do. Right, that's everything packed up. As you can see, I've not left anything. I'm taking the pan with me. I just don't want to put it in my bag because it's got fat on it. So yeah, always leave no trace. One thing I've noticed before I go is there's a lot of blackberries on this bush, and I love a blackberry, so let's have some. I can't get to them. No blackberries for me today. But anyway, I think I'm going to end this video here. If you have liked the video, please like, comment, subscribe. I just enjoy doing this type of stuff. So please follow along on my journey. Again, thank you very much to everyone that has subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one.